First things first, happy Victory Monday to the winners and to the losers. Remember, actually, I can't even say that to some of y'all because this is the last time y'all gonna see y'all team play till next season. But anyway, I am your host, Ree, aka the Black Adam Scheffner, and this is Reaction Monday, Week 18, the last week of the season, y'all. First things first, I just want to tell everybody that I appreciate y'all. To the ones that been rocking with me, to the ones that been subscribing, to the ones that been liking, sharing, telling people about my videos. I definitely appreciate y'all. Just give yourselves a hand. I remember starting Reaction Monday as just a thing I was doing on Facebook as a Facebook status, giving my reactions. I did tell people I was going to take it live, which I did. Got my little camera out and started recording. And now here I am with the podcast equipment. I got the mic set up. I got the soundboard set up. Oh, man. I never seen this coming, but I definitely appreciate everybody that's been rocking with me throughout this journey. And I owe it to y'all to keep getting better. And I promise you I'm going to keep giving you this football content. Even when the season's over, we still going to keep the show on the road. But not to sound long-winded, let's get into things, man. Let's get into things. Week 18, y'all. For some teams, there was some playoff implication on the line. For some teams, they were just playing just to be out there. But kicking things off for Week 18, we had our Saturday matchups. We had the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens, a game that the Steelers were able to win 17-10. You kind of got to ask yourself, though, at what cost for the Steelers? T.J. Watt suffered a grade 2 MCL sprain. The Steelers did, however, clinch the playoffs with the Jaguars losing today. So the Steelers are officially in. It's actually right now Sunday night. I'm recording this to make sure I have it off on time for y'all. I'm actually watching the Bills and the Dolphins game. This game actually has impact on who the Steelers are going to play next. They could be traveling to Kansas City or they could be traveling to Buffalo. Either way, they'll be on the road. And but hey, they're in. But like I said, at what cost? Y'all see the sign in the back. Y'all see the sign in the back. Let's talk about my boy, man.
George Pickens.
You hit.
George Pickens.
Free him, y'all. George Pickens, 0 receptions and 0 targets. His only touch of that game came on a speed sweep. That's a problem. I get that the conditions might have been rainy and all that type of stuff, but you're throwing at other guys. Why isn't George Pickens getting targets? How does he go? How does your best receiver on your team play a whole 4 quarters and he has no targets? I just don't get it. As for the Ravens, they already had the number 1 seed locked up. They did play some of their starters, which I kind of was against. I get you don't want to get rusty because you're gonna sit some of your starters this week and then you have the first week bye. So I get sitting 2 weeks, but I don't know. I just feel like with that Ravens team and some of the injuries that they've had over the seasons, it was a risk. I believe they did make it out of the game injury free though. So shout out to the Ravens. Shout out to the Steelers fans for making the playoffs. I hope y'all don't have to come to Kansas City next week because it's going to get ugly. But it ain't about the Chiefs right now. It's about y'all. Shout out to the Steelers for making it happen. Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season yet. My only complaint with the Steelers is
George Pickens.
Free that man. But next up, we had our other Saturday night matchup, which was the Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. A game that the Houston Texans were able to win 23-19. And they actually clinched the AFC South championship with the Jaguars loss. So yeah, the Texans are your AFC South champs, y'all. C.J. Stroud had an amazing game, 20 for 26, 264 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nico Collins, 9 receptions, 9 targets and 9 receptions he had, and that was for 195 yards and 1 touchdown. So he didn't drop one pass. Every pass thrown his way he caught. That's what you call them stickies, y'all. Jonathan Taylor had a game for himself. He had 30 carries for 188 yards for 1 touchdown. The game actually came down to the wire. The Colts, Tyler Goodson dropped a pass on 4th and 1 that hit him right in his hands. Now, I watched the interview with the guy after the game, and honestly, I feel bad for him. It was a pass that he 100% should have caught, but he didn't make any excuses, y'all. The reporters asked about him. They asked if the pass was a little bit behind, and he straight up told them, the ball hit my hands. I got to make that play. I'm better than that, and I will be better than that next season. He didn't put his head down. You could tell he was upset, but he did not shy away from the criticism. He didn't hide. He stood tall. And honestly, I'm rooting for him now. I'm definitely rooting for that guy now. I'll be on the lookout. I don't know how many carries he'll get playing behind Jonathan Taylor. And some people ask, why wasn't Jonathan Taylor in that situation? Look, y'all, Jonathan Taylor went out that game with an injury, and it was, you guys should just be happy that he even came back. But it could have been because he was injured. It could have been, it's obvious that Jonathan Taylor's getting the ball. Oh, man. The Bills just got a punt return. 14 up, 14-14, Buffalo and Miami. Big punt return, y'all. Who that, Hardy? Yup. Wow. What a play. But anyway, getting back into the Texans and the Colts game. Yeah, I feel for that guy, but he has no reason to hang his head. He was a pro. He was a real professional about the whole situation, and he's got my respect. The Colts shouldn't hang their head. The Texans are off to they had a great season. They're under a great campaign under a new head coach and a rookie quarterback. C.J. Stroud is for real, y'all. C.J. Stroud is for real. He's finished the season with 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. As a rookie, that's big. You look for a guy that's not going to turn the ball over. Look forward for the Texans to make some noise in the AFC. Not sure what they'll do in the playoffs. I'm excited to see them play. I hope they win. I hope they make a run, hell. But, yeah, shout out to the Texans and shout out to the Colts, man. Overcame adversity, lost their number 1 draft pick quarterback, and still was in a position that they could have made the playoffs, even though they didn't. So shout out to them. Kicking things off for our Sunday matchups. First game we had for Sunday, we had the Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. A game that the Saints was able to win 48-17. Derek Carr, 4 touchdown effort. All for no reason, though, because they missed the playoffs. But Atlanta's offense Atlanta's offense could be very deadly if they get a quarterback, y'all. I feel like I've been saying it all season. They have weapons galore. Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, just to name a few. Like, they got weapons. They just need a quarterback. I don't like saying players suck, but Desmond Ridder sucks. Then you had the coach for the Falcons mad after the game because they scored a late touchdown. The Saints scored a late touchdown while they were up. They were on the 1-yard line. They had got a pick. They were on the 1-yard line with a minute and some change left. Instead of taking the knee, they ended up scoring another touchdown, which at the end of the day, y'all already getting y'all butts kicked 48-17. You can't be mad at him. You need to be mad at your coaching staff and your players about the other touchdowns that they gave up. That's not the time. I mean, realistically, Arthur Smith, you're probably not even going to have a job next year. That's just keeping it real. But getting into the next game, we had the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Tennessee Titans, a game that the Titans were able to win 28-20. And it officially has eliminated the Jacksonville Jaguars from the playoffs. The Jacksonville Jaguars finished the season off 1-4 in their last 5 games. At one point, they were battling for a number 1 seed. They went from number 1 seed to eliminated. That has got the Jacksonville Jaguars as a fraud of the year candidate. Stay tuned for the REE-Action Monday Awards coming soon, next week probably. We'll do them next week. But yeah, they're definitely a candidate. Is Trevor Lawrence a fraud? Drop in the comments if Trevor Lawrence is a fraud, because I feel like for all the hype that he's got coming into the NFL, saying he might be one of the best prospects of all time, he's not really living up to the hype. They went out and got him weapons. They put the pieces around him, and I don't know. I don't know. If it wasn't for the run game, they probably wouldn't even have had as many wins as they did, if we're being honest. King Henry, Derrick Henry, he had was this his last game in a Tennessee uniform? He had like a little bit of emotional like a nice emotional interaction with the fans after the game. Just thanking them for their support over the last few years of his career, and just being part of the Titans. Honestly, it was had me choked up, had me think, damn, my boy about to retire. But I don't think this is it for King Henry. But I don't really see a scenario where he is in Tennessee next year. So drop in the comments where you think Derrick Henry will be ending up next year. And then next up, we had our another matchup. We had the Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions, a game that the Lions were able to win 30-20. The Lions finished the season 12-5 and the number 3 seed in the NFC. Sorry about that, y'all. It was a meaningless game. Sam Laporta, who's a rookie tight end for the Lions, came on very strong this year. He broke the rookie tight end touchdown record. Now hurt with a knee injury in a meaningless game. Dan Snyder came out and said the injury is not as bad as it looked, but that could just be him being optimistic. We're going to have to stay tuned and see what that happens. Justin Jefferson, a bright spot for the Minnesota Vikings, actually eclipsed 1,000 yards on the season despite missing 7 games and half of 2 games. He missed 7 games and half of 2 games and still ended up with 1,000 yards on the season. If that's not the best wide receiver in the league, then I don't know who you guys the best, because to me, Justin Jefferson is hands down the best wide receiver in the league. Go argue with your mama if you think anybody else is. Next up, we had the New York Jets at the New England Patriots, a game that the Jets were able to win 17-3. Shout out to the Jets. The Jets got the dub. They finished the season off strong. Ask yourself, what's next for the Jets? Obviously, Aaron Rodgers pumped fake like he was about to come back all year, and he never came back, which I knew was going to happen. But, as much as I was a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but a lot of his off the field, like just drama and attention seeking actually turned me off to Aaron Rodgers. I still think he's a great player. I still think he could ball out, but I just think the guy's corny. But what's next for the Jets? What do you drop in the comments what you guys think the Jets record will be next year once Aaron Rodgers returns? If he returns, you never know with that guy. He might act like he's gonna retire or something, and then next thing you know, he's sitting in the darkness. Don't even get me started on him. Anyway, the Patriots finished the season 4-13, y'all. Wow. 4-13, y'all. Oh man. I don't know. Is Bill Belichick done? I'm seeing things of them saying he's gonna end up somewhere else. I'm seeing things that he was only successful with Tom Brady. I don't know. Drop in the comments where y'all think Bill Belichick will end up next season, or if he should just retire. But yeah, the New England Patriots finished the season 4-13. Shout out to my boy Tyler. You always got something to say about somebody else's team. Oh boy. How about them Patriots? Anyway, next up we had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. Again, that the Bucs were able to win 9-0. Complete snooze fest. They did clinch the NFC South title. I don't expect much from the Bucs. They actually let me down. I believe they actually will be facing off against the Eagles, which should be a great matchup. Should be a great matchup. But as for the Carolina Panthers, all I have to say about them is just, I don't even have nothing to say. Just laugh. But next up, we had the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals, a game that the Bengals were able to win 31-14, finished off their season strong. The Bengals season did not actually turn out terrible. They did finish off strong. They did finish above 500 despite Joe Burrow being hurt. He will be back next year. Obviously, it's going to be a completely different team, more dangerous, probably have a better record. Shout out to the Browns for playing it smart and resting all the starters. You already clinched the playoffs. There's no need for them guys to be out there and risk even getting hurt, especially how their season went. So shout out to the Browns. I think they actually play the Jags. No, I mean, sorry, not the Jags, because those frauds aren't in the playoffs. They play the Texans. But we'll get into the playoff scenario at the end, and I'll get my predictions and let people know what the playoff schedule is and everything. Next up, we had the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals, a game that the Seahawks were able to win 21-20. Disappointing season for the Seahawks after a great year last year. Geno Smith made some noise, kind of was that comeback story, that underdog story. They just couldn't replicate that success this year. I'm not sure where they go from here. I don't think Geno's the quarterback of the future. They have a lot to figure out, as well as with the Cardinals. Where do the Cardinals go from here? Both teams have a lot to figure out during the offseason. I look forward to covering their offseason moves, and we'll see where both of them end up next season, coming into the season, I should say. Next up, we had the Green Bay Packers we had the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers, a game that the Cheeseheads were able to win 17-9. Shout out my boy Dave, even though you wanted to be a fake Jets fan for a couple weeks because Aaron Rodgers went there, but you're still a Cheeseheads fan, so I'll give you that. Shout out to them. Packers clinched that playoff spot with that win. Shout out to Jordan Love, who I was hard on in the beginning of the season. He kind of took them growing pains, and he ended up having a great season. Finished the year with 3,843 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, which was third best in the league, and 11 interceptions. Jordan Love finished the season with more passing touchdowns than the best quarterback in the league. And I don't got a name because you know who it is. The Bears don't have much to hang their head on. They actually finished the season 7-10. They will end up with the first-round draft pick and their own draft pick, so they kind of got some leverage going into the season. They got some good things to build on. But I'm looking forward to them to make some noise. As for our next matchup, we had the Philadelphia Eagles. I ain't going to do the whole spelling chant this week because y'all don't even deserve it. We had the Eagles at the Giants, a game that was actually 27-10. The Giants just mollywopped the Eagles, y'all. Mollywopped the Eagles. Eagles fans I see them on Facebook talking about at least we're in the playoffs and da 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 da. Look, man, it don't matter. Y'all got a lot to worry about. I actually want to try to see if I could bring a Giants fan on the line, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. This is my first time using this thing. Let's see if we get a Giants fan on the line. That'd be dope if we could get a Giants fan on the line. Then I might even try to get an Eagles fan on the line. I got two boys that's Eagles fans, but after the way this week went, I'm not sure if they'll pick up. But I think we should be able to get my boy on the line. Let's reach out and see. See if we can get him on.
Yeah, what's good, man?
I got my boy D-Man on the line, man. D-Man, what's up, man?
Good? Chilling, man. Just enjoying this win, man. How you been, bro?
I'm good, bro. I'm good, man.
That's what's up.
Definitely want before we get into this game, man. I want to personally first squash my beef with the Giants. I know I've been a little bit hard on the Giants over the years, so I personally want to squash my beef. I brought the Giants fans on. I told y'all at the beginning of the season I was rocking with the Giants. They didn't have the season they expected to, but I feel like the little Tony beef that y'all had and him being the chief, I took it personal. So I want to squash my beef, and I'm apologizing to all Giants fans.
Now, if I hear you, man, but from my point of view, like between you and I, like you always been fair when it comes to like with all the teams and everything. Like honestly, when Kadarius Toney and them was playing with the Chiefs and everything, when y'all was going against the Eagles, like I was wearing my Toney jersey to work and everything. I was like, yo, I'm rocking with the Chiefs because Kadarius Toney plays with them. Like I don't care whatever beef that he had with the Giants or whatever, but that's the Giant that I know. That's the Giant jersey I have, so I'm rocking with him. Same thing I did with Odell Beckham with the Rams. Like I'm like, hey, I want to see these guys do good. Like, I know it probably didn't work with our team, but, wish the best for them and everything. I don't ever hold no grudge or anything. So, yeah, that's what's up, though, man.
Oh, yeah, for the record, too. I bet y'all don't know anybody that got more jerseys than my boy D-Man. I bet you
Y'all
don't
probably don't.
know.
They probably had no idea, man. They ain't just talking about football, man. I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
Hockey, baseball, man. Get on my level. Shit, I'm out there.
But I don't want to keep you on too long, so we'll get into it. How you feel
No
after
doubt.
that? How you feel after that win today, man? I know it.
Honestly, I feel good after that. Like, cause, like, if anybody know, like, the Eagles have been owning us, like, for, like, how many freaking years? Like, honestly, every time, like, Giants and Eagles, like, I talk my shit just because, like, that's just what I do. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to talk it just for the fun of the game. Like, my next door neighbor, he's an Eagle fan. So me and him, like, we can, like, throw jabs at each other at the end of the day. But, like, yo, I don't know how this is going to go and everything. But for us to end like the season we had, it's been up and down. Like I went to the Green Bay and Giants game, and I was like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. But like I said, it was up and down. It's like unpredictable. Like you never know how these games are going to end, especially when your team has like a rocky start. Like we have, man. Remember with the Cowboys and everything, they pretty much demolished us. So right then and there, it's like, damn, where do we go from there? And next thing you know, the game against the Cardinals, we come from a 20-point deficit. It's like, okay, maybe they woke now, but then next thing you know, the losses come again. It's like, okay, maybe that was just like a flash in the pan. So you never really know. Like honestly, like with the way this game started, I was like, okay, but at the end of but honestly, like at halftime, I'm like, yo, what if they come back on us? Because as you know, man, Meadowlands, like the miracle at the Meadowlands, like that shit will always haunt every Giants fan from here on out.
Oh,
like I seen that shit when freaking Jackson ran that shit back. Like it's always some damn miracle that happens with us. So I'm like, yo, if they come back on us, this is going to be horrible. But as the game progressed and we still had that lead, I was like, maybe this is like a turn of the tide. Like I know we ain't like we out of playoff contention and everything, but it felt good to end the season on a win against a rival that's been pretty much owning us for like how long. So I know it's going to be like a lot of changes on the off season, but to end the season like the same one we had, like to end it on that kind of note, I can live with that. Like, you know, like I can sleep well with that. That's what's up.
Yeah, definitely something to build on. Just somebody from the outside looking in, even at your division. I think that the way your season played out for how it started, I think you shouldn't hang your head and to end the season with a big win over your division rival who's been looked at as the bully over the last season and a half. I think that was big. I still think y'all need a quarterback. I don't believe in Jones.
Yes, we do.
But
I honestly don't either. Like I ran with the Tommy Cutlets thing because like it was a thing that was going for a while, but end of the day, I'm like, we kind of do need a new quarterback. Like Daniel Jones, I think honestly they paid him like too much money than what they should have paid him. Like I was like, yo, like if you give me like that amount of money to perform, I'm gonna bust my ass to show you, like, yo, you ain't make no mistake. But I don't think that he really like showed that he was worth that amount of money. Like for some reason, ever since Eli Manning like did his thing, we haven't really been able like to bounce back from that to find like the next franchise quarterback to carry us up, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I mean, as a Chiefs fan, it's been rough. It's not rough over the last few years, but there was a point my team was winning 2-3 games a year, and honestly, we drafted Patrick Mahomes, and I was pissed. I'm like, yo, Alex Smith just balled out. Who is this guy? Like, you know, some people say, oh, I knew about Mahomes since I didn't, and I watch a lot of football. I knew who he was, but I didn't think he was going to be this. So I definitely understand that wanting a franchise quarterback. I think y'all will end up finding him.
Hopefully.
But I definitely just wanted to reach out to you. I wanted to get a Giants fan on, see how y'all felt about the big win tonight. Looking forward to having you come on live in the future for sure.
Most definitely, man.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you being you're the first ever guest on the show. So I definitely appreciate that. And like I said, bro, I'm looking forward to having you on in the future.
Shit, we'll do, man. Shit, you already know, man. Just hit my line. If I ain't on a train or whatever, man, you know I'll link up.
All right, bro, man. Nice talking to you, man. Congrats on your dub, bro. Man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm gonna enjoy it while it lasts, man. Good luck with the playoffs, bro.
Appreciate it.
All right, man.
All right. There you have it, folks. We had a Giants fan. Was able to reach out, brought my boy D-Man on. Shout out to my boy D-Man, y'all. back to the game, though. As for Philly, y'all in trouble going into the playoffs, y'all. Y'all going into the playoffs with a black eye. Philly, y'all, it's like y'all going into a fight with a black eye already. Y'all beat up right now. A.J. Brown's hurt. That hurt me to see my dog go down. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Matter of fact, let's see if we could get on. Let's see if we get a Eagles fan on the line. Let's see. I don't know if he'll answer. He might be tight. I'll be tight. Let's see. Call my dog. He ain't gonna pick up. He probably know I'm calling to put him on the show. Damn, y'all. I'm trying to get the Eagles fan on here for y'all.
Your call has been forwarded.
All right, we'll try one more, man. I try to call my cousin. I know it's a little late. See if we could get him on. I'm trying. I ain't think we was gonna be able to get though. I know it's late. Yo.
What's good, bro?
Yo, you sleep?
Nah, I'm watching this Netflix show.
Hey, yo, we live right now, yo.
Oh, we live?
Yeah, you live on Reaction Monday right now.
Oh, word.
Yo, man, I had to reach out. I said I wanted to reach out to an Eagles fan. I was like, let me see if my cousin's up. Shout out to my cousin. Just wanted to touch base with you. Obviously, it was a tough loss today. See my dog A.J. Brown go down, which hurt me. You know, that's my dog.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him. I don't even know if he really hurt or not, but I did see on Twitter after the game, he was at the locker room, that and all that. So
yeah, I seen people speculating ACL. I don't think he tore his ACL, people. So the people that's putting, I don't like to talk about injuries because that's not my expertise. I like to break down the game. I leave the injuries to the experts, the doctors.
Right.
But nah, I just wanted to bring you on.
I agree.
Seeing how you feel heading into the playoffs. I think you guys play the Bucks.
Well, I'm gonna be honest and clear cut. You know, always keep it 100. We don't look good right now. Point blank period. There ain't no hope. There ain't no, we gonna catch fire. There ain't nothing to catch on fire. You know what I mean? Like the last 6 games, you know what I mean? Like we just look like we just forgot how to play football.
Yeah.
And to me, I mean, people, even you say you think Jalen's hurt. People out there, I've heard other people say Jalen's hurt. I don't think he's hurt. I just think he's uncomfortable in the offense. I think the offense is not the same as it was last year. The scheme isn't the same as it was last year.
Yeah.
You know me, I know football.
Yeah, definitely.
I watched tapes from last year.
Definitely.
The offense looked totally different. The routes were being run by wide receivers are totally different. And I just feel like I'm not going to go off on a tangent and say, oh, next year Sirianni going to get fired and this and that.
Like I see some Eagles. Sirianni. Yeah, I see. We just literally had a conversation about him the other day. Like I said, I told him, if you're not an Eagles fan, you probably hate the guy. But as far as bringing that fire and just being that type of coach,
perfect Philly guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect Philly guy.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to go on and say he should get fired or nothing like that, because obviously, I mean, come on, how can you fire a coach
just in the Super Bowl?
Right, and got us off to a 10-1 start. You mean the beginning of the year, and I really feel like it's the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he got. I mean,
we have no creativity.
Yeah,
there's no creativity to the offense. We don't run the ball enough, and when we do run the ball, we get in chunks. He just abandons it. I mean, it's the NFL. You know what I mean? Like teams watch film just as other teams do, and they know the screens are coming. When the Eagles can't pass the ball down the field, the screens are going to start coming. Then they'll start running the ball a little bit. You know what I mean? And then they know, okay, they got some runs off. Now they're going to try to pass the ball again. And to be honest with you, Jalen ain't all the way there either. He still can't read the defense. Like I wouldn't say like I expect him to,
Yeah.
because he's still young. You know what I mean? But he can't read the defense. But that's big on the offensive coordinator, too.
Mm-hmm.
You got to scheme up things that are going to beat the blitz.
Simplify the game.
Right. You can't have guys running 10-yard routes, 15-yard routes when you got people screaming off the edge unblocked. It just can't happen.
Yeah.
And another thing is our defense obviously is in shambles. I mean, you got the defensive coordinator that was demoted mid-season, not even mid-season, after mid-season. Matt Patricia is not the answer, obviously.
Look at him trying to run the tush push, and it didn't work. Yeah, everybody's trying to run it.
I just feel like, and I know other Eagles fans probably expecting us to win a playoff game. And if we do, hey, good, cool. I'm an Eagles fan. I'll be happy. I'm not going to lie.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll be the first to tell you, the Eagles ain't about to win no playoff game.
Yeah, I will
not be surprised.
I think y'all beat the Bucks, but it's not guaranteed. But I just don't trust the Bucks. Y'all should beat the Bucks, I should say. But
you should beat the Bucks. Just like we should have beat.
Because I see some Eagles fans like, yeah, we're in the playoffs, new season. Yeah, that's true. But it's kind of like at this point of the season, you are who you are. The same thing with my
100%.
team. The dudes dropping passes and all that. The Chiefs are who they are. Do I
100%.
expect them to make some deep playoff run? I can't tell you that they're gonna, like I could in the past. I don't know, because these dudes don't catch the rock.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I think for both teams it's been a rough season. Obviously it's hard getting to the Super Bowl, even harder to get back. So a lot of people were saying, yo, it's going to be a rematch, this, that, and the third. I kind of was on board with that, but then once I seen how both teams' seasons was playing out, I kind of was like, I don't know. Neither one of us might not be there.
I'll even be honest with you. I'll go even deeper with you. Even when the Eagles were playing well, they was 10-1 or whatever. The offense still looked like it was in shambles.
Yeah,
we were still barely getting by teams. And now that even further into the season, these teams got even more film. I think they got the key on us now. Like, all you gotta do really is contain Jalen in the pocket, make him throw, and you beat the Eagles because you know they're not gonna run the ball.
And this is coming from a fan we're watching this on TV every week. So if we see this, what do you think the other team's defensive coordinators are seeing? Exactly.
Like I said, I think in the offseason, Brian Johnson. I like Brian Johnson as a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
As a quarterback coach,
completely different when you call plays.
Right, it's completely different when you're in charge of the offense calling these plays. You feel me? Like Brian Johnson was perfect in his spot last year. I don't know why Nick Sirianni made a huge mistake of bringing a guy. Mind you, he did play quarterback, played at Utah. You know what I mean? He was good. He was decent. But at the same time, calling plays and playing quarterback is two completely different things.
100%.
Two completely different things.
100%.
And like I said, it hurt us bad that we lost our coordinators. I don't let them make no excuses. This is all fact here. It hurt. This will hurt any team. If you bring in, mind you, I told you the other day, when you know you got a roster that can compete for a Super Bowl, I'm not sitting here saying, the Eagles is going to the Super Bowl, whatever, no matter what, whatever.
But you got the talent.
They definitely 100%. If anyone goes on to say that the Eagles don't have the roster to at least compete for a Super Bowl, you're just being biased and you're a hater.
Oh yeah.
You feel
100%.
me? Now let me get to my point. When you got a roster that can compete to go to a Super Bowl, you can't make those changes and say, hey, we're going to bring on a guy to call plays that's never called plays in his life.
Yeah.
Ever. You can't do that.
Yeah, that
It just can't happen. You got to go out and find a guy that you ain't gonna find another Shane Steichen, but you got to go find a guy who knows how to call plays. You feel me? Knows how to manage and deal with a quarterback that is not that much of a drop back, sit in the pocket, pass. Yeah, we all seen him make throws, and we're like, oh, wow, that was a great throw, Jalen.
Yeah.
But he's not the type of quarterback that's about to do that on a consistent basis. He's just not about to do it. Now, will he win games for you? 100%.
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
100% yes. But that's not his game.
I think
And
Hurts is the perfect example of like the modern day dual threat quarterback. He can run. I think sometimes they run him in bad situations, and Jalen Hurts is not a speed runner. So
no,
calling quarterback sweeps and all that, that's kind of crazy. If you're going to go up the middle, he's a physical guy. The dude is strong. If you're going,
right.
quarterback sneaks, quarterback powers, quarterback right. draws, cool, but you can't he's been calling it way too much. I think that's the
and
problem.
Predictable.
Yeah, 100%.
They're way too predictable.
100%. But
so like I said, I'll be the first to say the Eagles from I'll say week what was it after we beat the Bills in that rainy game. I mean, Jake Elliott hit that field goal in the rain, took it overtime. Yeah, I mean, I like how I'm not gonna say I liked how Brian Johnson was running the offense, but it was sustainable. We were winning games, and in the NFL, that's all that matters. You win. I don't care if you win by 1 point. I don't care if you win on the last drive. I don't care how you win. In the NFL, you win. This ain't college football. We got to win by 40 every week to get style points. This is the NFL. Like I said again, in the offseason, Brian Johnson either gets demoted to quarterbacks coach or you get fired, bro.
Yeah.
You just can't have him running the offense again. You got Devontae coming back. Last year of his rookie deal. You got AJ coming back again. I don't know about DeAndre Swift. They might let him walk because as an Eagles fan, if people were real Eagles fans, people know Howie does not pay running backs. Yeah, I mean, he'll rather bring guys in on a 2-year deal, 1-year deal just to get the job done.
I think that's the market right now too, though. So I can't really I can't fault him for that either.
No, I don't fault him for that at all because it's been working. Yeah, I mean, it's been working.
Yeah.
It happened when we won the Super Bowl. We had LeGarrette Blount for a year. We had, what's his name? Corey Clement. He was our rookie. He was on the last year of his rookie deal. You know what I mean? Howie does not pay running backs top money. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't think.
You feel me? So
he's not
there's
wrong.
There's going to be a lot
of
question marks this year. There's going to be a lot of question marks going to the offseason. Who's going to be our running back? Who's going to be our offensive coordinator? Who's going to be our defensive coordinator? You feel me? Like, there's going to be a lot of questions. And like I said, I'm not even, yes, I ain't gonna lie, after this Giants game, I wasn't tight. Last game when we lost to the Arizona Cardinals, I was sick.
Yeah.
Because to lose like that, to be up at halftime, I mean, Jalen throwing the ball well, Julio scores twice. I mean, he had the run game going a little bit. And then to lose like that?
Yeah,
I was upset. For sure.
Rightfully so. But
Look, I'm not gonna lie here. I'll troll on Facebook all day long. The Cowboys got a good shot, bro. The Cowboys got a good shot to.
It's crazy because I said that.
Listen,
a couple weeks
I'm not
back.
gonna be a hater. I'm a truthful person. I'm a troll on Facebook all day long. I have some Eagles fans.
That's the whole point.
But if we being truthful on a podcast and we speaking facts and we not being biased, the Cowboys got a good chance, bro. Especially if they be able to stop the run.
Yeah,
Cowboys got a good chance, man.
Like I said, I thought that they were one team that could have stopped the 49ers, and then the 49ers ended up beating up on them. So I'm like, wow, now I look crazy. But yeah, I agree with you on that about Dallas. I won't say that in front of too many of their fans. Yeah, because they don't know how to humbly accept that without just running. They'll hold that against you. You're an Eagles fan, so they'll definitely hold that against. They're gonna hear this and hold this against you. But we keeping it real here. This is what we do. Real unbiased knowledge, insightful, informative conversations about football. But yeah, man, I just wanted to have you on, touch base with you quick, see how you felt about the game, see how you felt heading into the playoffs. Obviously, I'm going to have you on live at some point, probably a regular recurring thing. We figure something out. But yeah, man, I just wanted to have you on, touch base with you. I ain't gonna hold you up too much. I'm gonna finish getting these last reviews done, and I get up with you tomorrow later or something. Send you a text.
Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for calling me, man. Thank you for having me live. I mean, I know for a fact we'll do this again.
Yeah,
you know,
for
I
sure.
love to talk football. We play football. I mean, we both coach at some point, so football's big to us. So appreciate you putting me on, man.
No doubt.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, Cuzzo.
All right, cuz of love.
All right, love you too, bro.
So there you had it, y'all. I just bought a Giants fan on and an Eagles fan. Make some noise for them for coming on, being the first guest on the show. We finally got the setup. We got the whole thing. Come on, we bringing people. Lord, don't be scared to call up now. You know, say y'all talk all this football talk on my in the comments, and y'all be interacting on Facebook. Well, now we could bring it live. Now this is your platform. I'm here to bring this platform to you. This ain't just for me. This is for y'all. I love football. I like hearing what everybody got to say. Football is something to get the people talking. Football is something to bring the people together. But anyway, let's get back into these last couple reviews, reactions. Next up, we had my defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, at the LA Chargers. Again, that the Chiefs were able to win 13-12. Pretty much a meaningless game for the Chiefs. They had the number 3 seed locked up regardless. Chris Jones got to play. He hit his incentives. LA Chargers are a fraud of the year candidate. Just so y'all know, they are a fraud of the year candidate. I got 3 teams that I'm kind of going back and forth now, kind of just crunching the numbers, but this ain't about that. Anyway, yeah, the game was a meaningless game. Whatever, the Chiefs finished. They had some of their starters get hurt, which I didn't think they should have played any of the starters, but hey, whatever, it happens. Next up, we had the LA Rams at the San Fran 49ers, a game that the Rams were able to win 21-20. I think the Rams are the scariest team in the playoffs on both sides. Oh, sorry. I'm kind of, you see me looking back and forth. I'm watching this game, and you know it's got playoff implications for my boys too. But yeah, back to this game. I think the Rams are the scariest team in the playoffs on either side, AFC or NFC. San Fran played it smart. Oh, this for the game right here. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. How's it going to end? Look like we might be playing Buffalo. We might be playing the Dolphins. Bring them on. Went the easy dub. Anyway, back into the game. Like I was saying, San Fran played it smart, sat their starters. You know, Christian McCaffrey was banged up, so no need to throw them guys out there. That game was a good game. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really watch the game. It was kind of hard to watch some of these games this week because some of them were meaningless. A lot of backups were in and all that. But shout out to the Rams because I think the Rams, nobody in NFC want to see them right now. And then next up, I think our last game, for some reason, I didn't take notes on this game. I ain't going to forget y'all. We just talked highly on y'all. The last game, I think we didn't get to, we forgot the Raiders versus Denver, a game that the Raiders were able to win 27-14. As for Denver, I think they need to bring Antonio Pierce back next year. I think his attitude, the dude from Compton, he kind of has that, they're still going. They're going to get it. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if he got that. Oh, boy. All right. Anyway, back into it. I think the Raiders should bring Pierce back. And then our next game that we had that I didn't actually write down in my notes, which I apologize, was the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington Redskins, a game that the Cowboys were able to win 38-10. The Cowboys actually locked up the NFC East and now move on to be the number 2 seed, I believe. Yeah, I think the Cowboys are the number 2 seed. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think CeeDee Lamb is the top 3 wide receiver overall in the league, Tony. If you're watching, if you see this, Tony, but I will give him his flowers this season and say this season CeeDee Lamb was top 3 in the league. As for the Cowboys, though, look for them to make some noise. We're going to keep it real. If we keeping it real, we keeping it real. Look for the Cowboys to make some noise in the playoffs. You can't hate on them. Look for the Cowboys to make some noise in the playoffs. As for Washington, very disappointing season. They look good at some points. They look bad at others. See what happens with them next year. Maybe they should fire Ron Rivera and give the job to Eric Bieniemy. But anyway, the last game of the week was this Bills at the Dolphins game, which I actually am currently watching, and it is the Bills who are up 21-14. There's a minute and 53 seconds left. The Bills just got stopped on the. Let's see what the Cheetahs gonna do. I honestly, I hope this game goes into overtime, man. But yeah. So that wraps up the games for this week. There's no Monday night game, obviously. Everybody played either Saturday or Sunday, which brings us to playoffs. Playoffs?
You kidding me?
Yes. Playoffs.
You kidding
yes.
me? Playoffs?
Yes, playoffs, y'all. So as for the playoffs, let me bring up the bracket to see, just so we can go over who I think. So looking at the playoff picture, I actually have the schedule. Believe it or not, they released the schedule at this halftime of this game, and I was able to get a picture of it. So it looks like, hold on. Oh man, what's going on? Sorry, y'all. Bear with me, y'all. Sorry about that. It looks like, pass interference. This game, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in the middle. This game is a good game. Minute and 22 seconds left, 21-14. They just called a big pass interference against the Bills. Obviously, it's a spot foul. But anyway, getting into the playoffs, we will start with let's start with the NFC picture, since the NFC picture is kind of already set. We won't know until after this game that I'm watching is over what the AFC picture is going to look like. So for the NFC, it looks like we have the Cowboys and the Packers, number 2 versus number 7. The Cowboys should win that game. Like I said, you just heard us give them high praise. So if they don't win that game, yo, this game is crazy. But nah, if the Cowboys don't win that game, that will be a very, very, very end to a great season. A very disappointing end. You might have to send them people out to look for them, because Cowboys fans are gonna be on watch if they don't win that game. But it wouldn't be not normal for them to lose either, though. You never know with the Cowboys, man. They look very good, and they'll have the team to do something, and then they'll lose to the Packers in the playoffs, which I don't think they should, but you never know with them. Then we got the L.A. Rams, the most dangerous team in the playoffs, at the Detroit Lions. What's that, a pick? Oh, that's ball game. Yep, look like the Dolphins are coming to Arrowhead, and we about to send Tyreek home packing. Yep. That's the game, y'all. 21-14. Tua just threw an interception. Looks like Buffalo wins, and they will win that division. And Buffalo plays Pittsburgh. So, yeah, now let's go over this playoff picture. Anyway, getting back into that, the Rams at the Detroit Lions. It pains me to say this. I've been restored to rule. I've been supporting the Lions all year, even though they knocked my boys off week 1. I think, like I said, the Rams are a dangerous team, and I believe that the Rams will come in to Detroit and beat them. I'm just sorry, CEO. You know you're my boy, but I just gotta keep it real. And then the last game for the NFC, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, who actually are traveling to Tampa Bay to play the Bucs. The Bucs, You heard us give our breakdown. I've been trolling saying I think the Eagles are going to be one and done. The Eagles should win this game. I think the Eagles will win this game. Getting into the AFC picture, now that we kind of know, we got the Ravens out, and we had the 49ers with the bye. Obviously, I didn't mention that. The number 1 seed, the 49ers, got the bye. As for the AFC, the Baltimore Ravens are the number 1 seed, so obviously they get the first round bye. We have the Dolphins playing against the Chiefs, a game. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. I obviously would have rather played the Steelers because it's an easier matchup, but I would love nothing more to send Tyreek home packing out of the playoffs. He said he talks so much trash on us. I would love nothing more to send Tyreek Hill home from the playoffs. Send him to Cancun. And then as for the next matchup, we have the Buffalo Bills playing the Steelers. Obviously the Bills. The Bills will win that game. Then I think the most interesting matchup is the Texans versus the Browns. That is going to be a great game, y'all. I want the Texans to win, but honestly, it's a coin flip to me. I don't know who's going to win that game. I'm pulling for the Texans, obviously. I like Stroud and I like DeMeco Ryans, but I think literally that game is a coin toss. You don't know. It's going to be a tough game. But that wraps up our matchups for the playoffs and our reaction for the week. Again, I appreciate everybody that's rocking with me. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Definitely like. If you're watching the video, please like the video, y'all. By y'all liking the video, it helps move me up in the algorithm. More people see it. I'll be easier to find. We just finally hit 50 subscribers. I know that's not the most, but it's a milestone to me. Let's get to 100, y'all. We got 50. Let's get to 100. Then from 100, we go to 200. From 2, and we keep going. We just keep going up. Like I said, I do this for y'all, for people that love football like myself. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy bringing y'all this content. Look for me to just keep growing in this, finding ways to make it better. Please comment, give me feedback, tell me things that you think I should do. You see, I've been kind of trying to integrate like clips and throw stats up. It's just so hard because I'm learning all this in real time and I'm literally editing, shooting, and all this by myself. Like right now, I have my camera set up in front of me. I got to stop it myself. I'm recording myself. Like I'm doing all this myself. I got work in the morning. It's 11:30 at night. I'm gonna have to edit this up, put the clips, make it look all good for y'all. Like, trust me, I'm trying my best to bring y'all this content. So anything that you feel that I can do to make this better, please let me know. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I went out and got the microphone, quality's better, everything. Just keep upgrading. If y'all tell me something, if I could obtain it, I'm gonna try my best to make it happen. But again, I appreciate everybody. Thanks for rocking with me. It's been a journey. I appreciate it though. And like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and share. That's the biggest things, man. Just keep sharing me. Let's keep going up. We're growing on this thing organically. We're growing on this thing together. And anybody who wants to be a guest on the show in the future, definitely reach out. If you want to call in, let me know. We can make it happen, y'all. But yeah, shout out to y'all. That wraps up this week. Again, I'm your host, REE, a.k.a. the Black Adam Scheffner. Happy Victory Monday to the winners and to the losers. Remember, there's always next week.
Playoffs?
Restores
You kidding me?
picking.
Playoffs?
Restores picking.
Playoffs?
Restores picking.
You kidding me?